Yes, sir.
Okay, so he is my trainee.
Okay.
He answered all of the questions almost. Okay, but
Okay.
anyhow, okay, the preparation is very important. Okay, so
Okay.
today I will give you some tips and tricks to crack the interview. So how to prepare? Okay, so you know the configurations and you know the so like stuff in SAP FIC, what kind of syllabus and etc. Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
is how to prepare for the
Yeah.
interview matter, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will tell you some strategies to prepare SAP FICO consultant interviews. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so tomorrow, let's say for example, tomorrow we have an interview. Then
Hmm.
you need to prepare what areas. Okay, what are the areas are very important for the interview level. So you
Hmm.
have to focus more on the FI to MM integration. Okay, so FI to SD integration. Okay, and P2P process, complete P2P process, complete OTC process. Okay, so and automatic payment program, new asset accounting. Okay, so these are the major areas in SAP FICO, right? So
Yeah.
you have to prepare. So how the FIT MM integration happened? Okay, FIT MM integration happened at goods receipt. Goods receipt journal entry. What is the journal entry? Inventory account added to GRI clearing. Inventory transaction key is BSX. GRI
Yes,
transaction key is WRX.
WRX.
Assign the we need to create this GL accounts. Okay, in FS00 these two GL accounts are automatic. And where we need to assign the GL accounts in OPYC. What are the factors should consider while assigning GL accounts? Valuation class, valuation modifier, moment type, transaction key. Okay, these are all factors we should consider while assigning the GL account. Okay, so you need to tell this to the interviewer. So first to understand what is valuation class. Okay, and where we need to create the valuation class in OMSK. Who will create? So it will
MM.
be created by MM people. What is the transaction code? OMSK. Okay, and valuation class and account reference both are interlinked. So like once we create material type in OMS2, so we need to give the account reference. Account reference is linked with valuation class. Then at the time of creation of material, okay, so valuation class will pick automatically for respect to material. So many valuation class will be triggered. So once you drill down, because so in OMS2 account reference is integrated linked with the valuation class in OMSK, right? So that is the relationship between valuation class and account reference. So you have to prepare this. What is valuation class and what is the valuation modifier? Valuation modifier is nothing but so it is like grouping code. Certain materials are grouped together. Okay, finished goods, trading goods, like some materials are grouped together. So where is the configuration? Valuation grouping code should need to be activated. And where is the configuration for this valuation grouping code, plant and chart of accounts? Okay, so in OMWD. So here, so valuation. Here we need to take plant. Okay, so our valuation level is plant. Okay, then we need to assign our chart of account, and then we need to assign our valuation modifier should take as X or 001 something else you need to take. Okay, this is the relationship between valuation modifier and valuation
Yes.
modifier and plant. Okay, and chart of accounts. Okay, and then you need to explain about these things like what is general modifier. So many general modifiers are there. Okay, GBB, PRD, KON. Okay, so like PRD, KON, GBB should have general modifiers. Like example, when goods issued to customer, what is the general entry? So cost of goods sold account to inventory. Cost of goods sold. What is general modifier GBB? For that VX should be taken. So every like goods issued to production order, there is general modifier will be there. For respect to general modifier, we need to take. Account modifier we need to take. Okay, so like that you need to tell some general modifier list to the interviewer along with the journal entries. Goods issued to goods in tran list. What is the journal entry? Goods issued to production order. What is the journal entry? Goods consumption has been done. What is the journal entry? And what are the journal modifiers we have? Those lists are very important for the interview level. And you need to prepare the journal entries as well. Got my point? And
Yes, sir.
so first you need to prepare very important factors like valuation class. Okay, and what are the configurations are interlinked with valuation class, and what are the configurations are linked with valuation modifiers, and what is general modifier, and how to assign the GL accounts for the same valuation class. We can assign multiple GL accounts. How it is possible? Okay, and those link we need to prepare first. Okay, then how the GL should be assigned on what basis? Okay, GL should be assignment is called as account determination. On what basis? Valuation class, valuation modifier, movement types. So many movement types will be there. Okay, so goods issued to production order, separate movement type. Goods receipt, movement type. Goods in transit, movement type. And the goods scrapped, movement type. Goods transferred from one plant to another, movement type. So many movement types will be there. At least to tell five movement types to the interview. Okay,
Okay,
and
sir.
and what is the next one? Violation class, violation modifier, general modifier, moment type, transaction keys. What are the transaction keys? GBB, PRD, KON. Okay, so at least you need to tell 5 to 6 general, 5 to 6 transaction keys. Okay, so this is the about FITMM. Our role is we need to assign GL account to the respective what respective transactions. Okay, based upon the transaction, we need to assign. This is called as movement type. Okay, so FITMM integration start with movement type. Okay, so once movement type, so based upon the movement type, transaction will hit. Okay, after that we need to assign the GL accounts. We need to create the GL accounts, and we need to assign based upon these factors. So that you need to tell to the interviewer and tell what kind of errors you have faced assigning the wrong GL accounts to the respective transaction key. Okay, so at the time of Migo, okay, so valuation class GL account was not assigned. Okay, this kind of things you need to tell. Okay, and field shadows error. So field shadows at the time of doing Migo, field shadows movement type 521. This cost entry is different, and respect to GL account cost entry is different. How we can solve? So those kind of errors at least we need to prepare. So everyone need to prepare. So here for FITMM integration part, at least 3 to 4 errors you need to prepare. Okay, and you need to tell to the interviewer clearly. Okay, so how the FITMM integration will happen, and what are the factors that we should consider while assigning GL accounts, and explain with examples and configurations. That's enough to crack the interview. This is the secret formula. Okay, and prepare this way. Okay, what is valuation class and configuration? What is valuation modifier? Configuration. What is general modifiers list? Configuration. And what are the movement types? At least you should have 10 movement types in your hand. Okay, so goods issued to cost center. Okay, so what is the movement type? 201. So like that, some movement types will be there. Okay, so you have to tell the movement types, at least 10 movement types, and explain how the FITMM integration will happen, and explain what is valuation class, what is valuation modifier, general modifier, movement type, transaction keys, and etc. Understand, right? Any questions from FITMM integration?
No, sir.
Okay, so here we should consider some important factors at the time of doing MIGO. FITMM integration happen. So MIGO means goods receipt. Here finance document and material document both will be generated. Okay. So here material ledger document will be generated. What is the purpose of material ledger? Why we need to activate the material ledger in Metal Master? So for actual costing. So you want to calculate the actual cost of the material. Material ledger should be activated and price determination should be 2. So like in here material ledger is mandatory in SAP S4HANA. Material ledger is optional in ECC. Okay. So what are the configurations are there for activation of material ledger? OMX2, OMX3, OMX1, CKM start finally. and after that we need to assign the plan to the respective material, then create the material. Okay, and so in accounting tab, material ledger should be activated, and price determination field should be 2. Okay, this is the way
Okay.
of explanation. This is the way of explanation is required to crack the interview in first attempt. You will come up with flying colors, no doubt. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
understand the logic. Understand the logic. What is material ledger? Okay, and what are the activation? What are the T codes are there for activation? And why this material ledger for material ledger? How many currencies has been assigned? Okay, 3 currencies in SAP. SAP S4HANA support 10 currencies for reporting. ECC support 3 currencies for reporting. So, and what are the currencies for material ledgers? Company code currency, group currency, or any one other currency. Okay. So, you need to tell this and prepare FIT integration for 2 days. Prepare FIT integration for 2 days and take a note, take a notepad or any book and write down all these points. What is validation class? Example. Okay, validation class, example, configurations. Okay, then what is validation modifier? Example, configurations. What is general modifiers? Examples. General modifier, where exactly used? So make a research. Google is there, ChatGPT is there. Okay. So then prepare the 2 or 3 errors. 2 or 3 errors. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Way of explanation is required. And what about FIT-SD integration? So FIT-SD integration happened at billing document. Okay. So FIT-SD integration happened at billing document. What is the journal entry? Journal entry is customer account add to sales, and customer we can create from VP T code. Okay, in SAP S4HANA customer creation done will happen will done by using the transaction code BP. Okay, so here customer account data to sales. Sales is called as account key. Okay, so how this the sales GL will pick? Okay, at the time of billing. So VF01. Okay, VF01 billing document creation. VF02 billing document accounting. Billing document release to accounting. So here journal entry will come, right. Once I execute VF02, accounting document will hit. What is the entry? Customer account data to sales. Okay, sales GL will pick from the VKOA. Okay, in VKOA we do account determination. Account determination means assign the GL accounts. Okay, so for automatic posting. So VKOA where need to assign the GL account. What factors? Tell me some factors. Valuation. Tell me application, condition type, chart of account, account SMA group for material, account SMA group for material, customer, account SMA group for material should be assigned in the metal master. It is finished goods. Okay, or trading good, that should be assigned in the metal master. Account SMA group for customer assigned in the customer master. Okay, if you not assign, then billing document should not pick. And if you not assign proper GL account, billing document should not be picked. If you not create conditions, okay, in VK11 condition should be created for gross price PR00 condition. Okay, so and tax condition MWST. If you not create proper way, okay, so then it will impact in the billing document. Okay, so at least you need to tell this. Okay, so how the billing document will pick. Okay, how the billing document will pick after VF02 execution. Okay, once we release the billing document to accounting, what is the journal entry and how this journal entry will pick. That logic you need to understand. What is the difference between KYFI and KYFK? That logic you need to understand. And these are the factors like application, condition type, chart of account, sales organization, account SMA group for material, account SMA group for customer, and account key and assign the GL accounts and approvals. Okay, these are the factors should consider. Okay, if you prepare this way, you will clear in first attempt. So first to prepare the logic, how the billing document will pick after VF01, VF02. VF02 billing document pick, right? VF01 billing document should be created. Okay, so how this billing document should be created and what is the flow? sales order, picking, packing, loading. After that, PGI. Once PGI has been done, then billing document. Okay, this is called as what is the process. So you need to explain to the interviewer complete what is the process, complete P2P process. So how the what is the start, inquiry, okay, quotation, outline agreement, contract. Okay, two types, value based contracts and quantity based contracts. And after that, schedule agreement. Schedule agreements. So particular date we need to deliver the goods. Okay, and the sales order. Okay, then outbound delivery, picking, packing, loading, dispatching, and finally PGI, dispatching on the PGI. Okay, you need to tell that. Okay, so it will take 2 days for preparation. Okay, so you have to prepare like this. Every topic you need to gather 2 or 3 errors. Every topic. Then explain real-time scenario. Then real-time error. Okay. Then configuration. Okay. Then transport movement. CR process. So if you explain this way, you will crack in the first interview. So interview expectation is, so whether you are explaining these things in real way, that means real time way, or just learning from any other institution and just putting here, those things they will consider. Okay, so explain the things in realistic and genuine, and so you behave like a real time consultant with the interview. And so if you don't know, okay, if you don't know, you can say, so I have no idea, or I didn't come across this scenario or this topic in my previous project. Okay, that's the reason I'm little bit lack of knowledge or little bit lack of confidence, that you can adjust, you can say these things to the interviewer. Okay, so that you can manage yourself. If you don't know anything, directly don't say I don't know. Okay, you can say, so in my previous project I didn't come across this area or this scenario. Okay, so but I have knowledge on this. So that way you can convince to the interviewer. Got my point?
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
As such, I do not have any real-time exposure, but you are saying like to explain utilizing real-time scenarios and real-time errors. I would like to know like how do I explain that?
See, for example, automatic payment program is there. Okay. So automatic payment program, so many scenarios will be there. Okay, automatic payment program, so many scenarios. Explain one scenario. Okay, explain one scenario. So this is the requirement from the client. I was configured this way. Okay, you need to tell. So this is the requirement about, so two banks. Okay, so one bank has 50,000, another bank has balance 1 lakh rupee, but invoice should be 1,50,000. Okay, shall I clear this? Shall I clear this? So I have two banks. One bank amount is 1 lakh rupee, and another bank amount is 50 lakhs, 50,000 only. Okay, and invoice is 1,50,000. Shall I clear this?
Yes.
Okay, how we can clear, and what are the configurations are required for this, and where we need to set up this ranking order for these house banks.
Okay.
Okay. That is the real-time scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so through automatic payment program, so we can clear vendor and customers. For huge vendors and customer invoices, we can clear, right? And foreign currency invoices we can clear, and partial payment also we need to do. And so credit memo, debit memo also we can clear through automatic payment program. Okay, so many scenarios are there, are linked with automatic payment. You can clear PO, non-PO invoices. You can clear billing documents. You can clear TDS invoices, and you can clear the GST invoices. So many scenarios are linked with the automatic payment program. At least if you tell these scenarios, explain these scenarios, this is the configuration for this. Okay, I was configured this and also tested out in the quality system. Okay, so like that you need to tell. And so in your interview, in your interview didn't explain about your testing tools. Okay, how the test scenario should be created. When you explain about the testing project. So what kind of things you need to aware, how the testing will be conducted, and you need to know about the roles and responsibilities in the testing project, and what kind of testing tools generally used. Okay, so testing tool ALM, right? How the testing scenario should be created, at least give the one example to the interviewer. Interviewer expectation is example or real-time scenario. Okay, this is the scenario I was faced in my previous project. So